When it comes to one of these companies kind of going after the other one, we've seen a little bit of that lately. We've also seen that with the fan bases, despite the fact that the leadership at both companies have kind of expressed a little bit of regret and they don't really want people to kind of do that anymore. But it's inevitable. It's bound to happen. You have competing businesses. It's like saying, hey, McDonald's shouldn't try to one up Burger King, or Burger King shouldn't try to one up McDonald's, or Coke shouldn't do that to Pepsi, or Pepsi shouldn't do that to Coke. It's obviously going to be something that happens quite a bit. They are seeming to work a little bit more in tandem, and now we obviously have a pretty clear idea of what the future holds. I think when it comes down to it, when a lot of people ask me, well, what do you expect from the future of Xbox and PlayStation? I expect a lot more consolidation when it comes to studios and things like that. But I also expect a heavily influenced by exclusive content. Yes, I realize that Bungie and Activision situations weren't privy to like a lot of exclusive content, particularly the Bungie one, the Activision one with the quote-unquote popular games. Those going to be still on PlayStation and possibly even Nintendo going forward. So that's going to be a little bit weird, but you know, who knows about new games? I know some people have kind of questioned, but there was nothing about new games or the fact that some of these Activision studios couldn't work on Xbox games down the road. Like I said, Toys for Bob would probably be perfect to remake something like a Banjo-Kazooie or something like that, but we'll see how it all works out. When it comes to Sony, though, and kind of, you know, they take shots at Microsoft, and Microsoft kind of takes some shots back at them, you do have to kind of wonder, okay, because listen, Sony to this point, and even this year, has better exclusives. Like, they're known for the higher quality exclusives. And Microsoft is kind of shooting themselves in the foot lately with some of their third parties, because look at something like Crossfire X. It was something, there wasn't a ton of exclusives to look forward to this year on Xbox, but Crossfire X was one that a lot of people mentioned, and it looks like it is just absolutely horrible. Meanwhile, Sony's has already released Sifu, which has gotten pretty good reviews. It's releasing Horizon Forbidden West next week. It's releasing Gran Turismo 7 after that. You know, it's got Forspoken. It's got God of War Ragnarok. It's got a lot of great releases this year, and Microsoft is a little bit on the lesser side, even though they did release some quality titles at the end of the year. Now, it looks like not only is Sony taking some shots at Microsoft, but the fans are, and even some of the media outlets are. And I wanted to get into that because I felt like it was a very prudent topic of discussion. So hopefully you guys want to join me for this topic. What's up, everybody? Crab Gamer here, and of course this is Crab Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, but hopefully that doesn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means the world. I know how busy you are, family, friends, work, school, all that kind of stuff. So yes, please like the video, hit the bell, and then click on all notifications, because I feel like that is super important going forward, and it would just mean a lot to me if you guys would do that. So let's continue to help the channel out and things like that. It really does help. I know you guys probably don't realize how much that helps the channel, but if you like the content, that's pretty much all you can ask, honestly. So thank you guys. Now, with that being said, listen, Sony is making games as a service games, right? It's a very tough market to break into. How tough is it to break into games as a service? Well, it is very tough because obviously there's going to be, you know, so much competition. There's so much competition when it comes to that, right? Like, people don't understand just how much competition there is to that. Even something like Halo Infinite, which is now a games as a service type game, is having issues retaining players, apparently, and a lot of people are talking about this, you know, for a number of reasons. You know, for one of the main reasons that people are kind of talking about this is the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of gamers seem to be pointing out that, you know, the game's doing poorly on Steam, and there's a lot of articles about this as well. So, for instance, what Halo Infinite's Xbox numbers fall behind on the actual Xbox. So if you look at the most played Xbox games, you can see that Xbox used to be, or they used to have Halo Infinite in the number 5 spot, and then it fell behind to the number 6 spot. Now, keep in mind that this game has, the way that it has launched, really, and actually as of this recording, it's back in the number 5 spot. So I just kind of wanted to point out that, for me, anybody kind of using Steam numbers, and I of all people to defend Halo is kind of ridiculous because I don't play that much Halo multiplayer to begin with, but I felt like I needed to do this because I just see people piling on. First of all, Halo has always been a Xbox console game. For 20 years, an Xbox console game, right? I just think that it's a better fit for console. If you look at stuff like on PC, the top games that are played on PC, technically it's a lot of the same stuff. League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Go, it's the same stuff. So they'll play something new for a few weeks or a month and then go back to those same old games. When it comes to console, you have a lot of these other free-to-play games. I'm looking at the most played games on Xbox Store right now: Fortnite, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Warzone, Grand Theft Auto Online, Apex Legends, and then Halo Infinite. Like, it's hard to kind of keep up with that stuff, right? But to the people that were bashing Halo Infinite, the interesting part about this is I've always looked at it as a console game. I don't care about the PC side of this, right? I've always said putting Xbox games on PC, whatever, like, it bothered me at first. Now I don't care because they don't really do well on PC anyway. Yes, they might go to the top of the charts for a couple weeks and then they're gone. Really, you have a game that appeals to and has been a console game, and it's doing well on console. The reason why we know it's doing well on console, because the Destiny tracker, when they listed how many people were actively on Destiny, was 230,000 people on Xbox on Destiny 2. And Halo is above Destiny by a number of spots on Xbox, meaning there's probably 300,000 people or more on the Xbox game. So regardless of how it's doing on Steam, it doesn't matter because it's an Xbox game and it's doing well on Xbox. And then it just crawled back up the spots there. It's like people really kind of like are over dramatic when it comes to this. Now listen, the one thing that I will say is that Halo, to be honest with you, will never go back to the glory days. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a way that is just truthful and honest. 2007 was a long time ago. There was less competition there, right? So it was common for Halo to have 1 million plus concurrent players on there. That's just a fact. Now there's all these free games, these kind of casual games, and like people can play, and BR is taken off. It's just not the same thing. People want different stuff. So I expect Halo to pick up and continue to pick up as things kind of come about. But to judge Halo, a console game, for 20 years off of Steam is absolutely asinine and ridiculous. I don't understand the thought process behind that, or the idea that a lot of people have when it comes to, kind of looking at things and going, hey, why is Halo doing so bad? Or why is it... Listen, Halo has some problems. I'm the first to admit that, right? Like, they really kind of dropped the ball with some of the stuff, the progression, the content just isn't ready, Forge and co-op. I think this stuff will all help, but again, you also have a situation where, there's no BR mode, which is a rumor that that's coming, but people aren't going to give this game credit regardless, right? Like, the fact that it's holding its own online on the actual Xbox, the place where people are used to playing Halo, I think is a great thing, especially since they really kind of elongated the season and and some of the content stuff. So I can imagine when they actually do start to drop content regularly and get things, and they will get things rolling, it'll pick up. So the fact that people are kind of bashing this, or that taking shots at this, I just feel are a little bit premature with that, to be honest with you. I think that what we're seeing is Halo is going to definitely pick up. Like, people are saying that Halo's dead because of this, or this. Like, that couldn't be further from the truth. And like, people really kind of need to get a grip when it comes to that, honestly. Like I said, Halo will continue to do well. It's gone back up. People were just waiting for it to fall out of the top 5, right? So hopefully we can get some kind of roadmap to this soon, even though the roadmap was delayed a little bit. I do hope that that it could be something that we see before too long. So I hope that we see Halo kind of continue to stay strong. We need pillars like that in the gaming industry, by the way. I know a lot of people don't realize that, or they look at things and they go, oh, well, what's it matter? Well, trust me, it matters. We definitely need to see like these pillars continue to do well and continue to expand and continue to just be there for the industry, because that's where the industry is going to continue to to thrive, and for the industry to thrive, you need some of these things to kind of pick up. So that's exactly how I kind of look at these things, and hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, the exaggeration on Halo being dead and this and that and the other thing, not exactly happening. So hopefully we see some cool stuff in the future from Halo. Again, I'm not the biggest Halo multiplayer person, but I think that we do need to kind of get a grip with comparing Halo on Steam versus Halo on the place where it's been for 20 years. So I will link this, though. You guys can check it out. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.